They had no answer. So I had frustration. I had questions but no answers. So I had many questions. Why is there suffering? Why does God allow suffering? What is the purpose of life? So I had no answers. So like Radhanath Maharaj, I took off. And I went on a journey home. I went to the Himalayas of America, Rocky Mountains.
Okay.
Because at that time, there were yogis, gurus, and swamis that had come from India, and they had their ashrams there.
I see.
So I went to all the gurus and yogis and swamis, like Radhanath Maharaj did in India.
Yeah.
I did in America.
We have read the book.
Yeah. So I asked them questions. Who is God? Some would tell me, you are God. I'm God, I don't know. What did I forget? Or do I become God at some point? And if I become God, you're going to give me a certificate of some sort? So everybody cheated me. They were acting like they knew something, like they were spiritual professors, but they knew nothing of spiritual science. And what is the process of self-realization? And what are the tools of self-realization? So I was frustrated. Ask all my parents, professors, priests, yogis, swamis, gurus. Nobody had any answers. Everybody cheated me until I met Srila Prabhupada.
Oh. When?
So I'll tell you the story. What happened was, I went to see a guru, so-called guru, bogus nonsense. Prabhupada used to make fun of him. And they said, we're going to give you knowledge. Do you want knowledge? I said, oh yes, I want knowledge. I'm on a journey for knowledge. Tell me. So they sat me down in a room with a bunch of other young people. Sat like this, close your eyes, and you had to poke your nose and plug your ears and do so many silly things like this.
Yeah.
Ludicrous, nonsense. So anyways, make a long story short, I came out, nothing happened, and I thought, what am I going to do with my life? I have no college education, I have no spiritual direction, what do I do now? And my friend sitting next to me, he said, dude, I'm hungry. Let's go to the Hare Krishna temple. I said, Hare Krishna? What's that? So he said, come on. So it was 1971 in Denver, Colorado, 1400 Cherry Street. The devotees had just come from Boulder and bought this temple. Still there. Big, beautiful temple with Radha Govinda Murti. So we go in the front door, and I see about 70 African Americans jumping up and down and singing. I said, this is great. This is great. And my buddy pulls me and said, no, that's not them. That's not the Hare Krishnas. Those are the Christian Pentecostals. They're leaving next week. The Hare Krishnas are downstairs. They just bought the place. I was ready to go dance with them. So I went downstairs, and there were about 15 or 20 young American boys and girls like me, and they were singing and dancing, kirtan. And then they did a play about Chankazi trying to stop Sankirtan movement. And they took these flower pots that they taped together like mridangas, and they threw them against the wall, like the Kazi's men. And I thought, wow, these Hare Krishna people are great. This is fun. So they kirtan, drama, lecture, and prasad. So when I sat down for prasadam, I asked the devotee, Krishna Bhakta, Prabhupada disciple, I said, who is God? And he said, Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna stu Bhagavan Swayam. What's your next question? Finally I got an answer. I say, on what authority is he God? And he gives me answers. And so Prabhupada, if I'm a Prabhupada Sishya and I can't answer all of your questions, I'm not a proper disciple. I'm not a proper Brahmin. So if you're a Brahmin, if you're a disciple of a bona fide guru, you should have answers to all questions. What is the purpose of life? The purpose of life is not to waste your time needlessly serving the extraordinary needs of the body, but to also give your service to the Supreme Divine Couple, to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission. So Prabhupada said, don't waste a moment. Don't waste your life in extravagance, but have a balance. Have your family, have your job, but have Krishna in the center of your life. Have your education, but have Krishna in the center of your life. And what are the tools of self-realization? That I got. I don't carry my japa beads when I'm going to the places because they get dirty. I have others. But Prabhupada gave me my japa beads. And he said, chant like this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So I started chanting on my japa beads in the summer of 1971, and I haven't stopped. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
And I come here, I booked this ticket in June to come to India. And you know why I came? To see Radha Daan Ghati.
Oh.
These beautiful deities.
Hare Krishna. Daan Ghati.
This is one of my favorite places in the world, right here. And these deities are so kind. So I was cheated 1,000 times before I met Srila Prabhupada. But Prabhupada says he has 3 magic things he does. One time in Vrindavan, a magician came before Prabhupada, and he had some rupees. Oh, what's gone? Prabhupada said, what's the magic? I can do that. He said, you give me rupees, I can make them disappear. He said, if you're doing magic, make the rupees up here. So Prabhupada had 3 magic things that he does. First magic thing that he does not cheat. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Second thing he does, he can be in a room full of beautiful dark-eyed Pujambi beauties and he's not agitated. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
And the third magic thing that Srila Prabhupada does is that he can turn mlechas into those who want to become devotees of Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Jai.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're going to give your life to Krishna?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you all so very much. I'm an old man. I could die any day. All my godbrothers and my friends are leaving. But you are all young. So you have 20, 30, 40, 50 years or more to give to Krishna. So you're the next generation of teachers. Learn, then teach. I have great hope for the world because of you. Thank you very much. It's not an accident where you were born in such a beautiful family. Happy to see you all. Isn't it nice to get together on Dangar? Talk a little bit about Prabhupada? Thank you, Mataji.